All right, so I made the first video, pretty much explain what these videos are. I'm also having them on my YouTube, Tim Talk, but today is May the 12th. I've been sober for 6 months and 14 days, and my name's Timothy Carruthers. I am an alcoholic and I'm an addict, and this is going to be my check-in from IOP from 11/16/23. So the check-in, where am I in change process, making an honest self-assessment. Other people say I should be trying to change my substance use habits because, and I hurt people with the things I say and do when I'm not sober, which is 100% true. That hasn't changed since November. And the real reason I am doing this, I put for myself because I want to finally be the man I always knew I could be. Same thing, also want to get back my family and, save myself from further trouble from when I got arrested, which I've done, both of those. It's helped me tremendously. People say when it comes to my drug and alcohol use, I am, and then it says parentheses describe, put unstable and lazy with the things I should be doing. There's probably a lot more I could add on that, but I mean, that's basically the same too. And the truth in my viewpoint is they're 100% correct in their opinions. My favorite things about getting high are forgetting the things that have caused me pain in my life, the feeling of euphoria it gives me, and enhanced feeling during sexual intercourse. Yeah. There's probably gonna be a couple embarrassing things in here, but I really don't care. This is to benefit myself and anybody else watching. But that was the 3 things I put. And even though I've been sober for 6.5 months, and I realize that I don't need those things, in my life anymore for any of that to feel good. I deal with my problems. I deal with my emotions now. I don't run to drugs, which is a way better way of dealing with it, instead of just adding more, more pain and suffering. Well, attempting to change for now, one positive thing I could try to get out of it is being in the best physical and mental shape of my life. I'm in the best mental shape of my life, and I've been doing physical stuff, but I definitely need to step it up. I'm on a 35-day streak of 10,000 plus steps, so I'm trying to do 100 days straight. And I also been doing, I got a little workout routine going, but trying to get back to where I'm at. One thing I've learned thus far about drug and alcohol abuse is I put AA and NA as like my favorite quote from either one of those. 1 is too much and 1,000 is never enough. Also, that it's better to deal with your emotions than to just use drugs and alcohol to just drown all that out, because dealing with your emotions and being able to control them is the best thing, one of the best things I've got out of sobriety. I'm willing to admit 3 not so good things that happened to me because of my substance use, and put one was I separated from my wife. She didn't live in the house for about 4 months, her or the kids, but they've moved back in since then. My children having to stay with my mom, so yeah, they moved back in, making my wife not trust me for the stuff that I accused her of. And that one was hard. I know it still bothers her. It's been 6 months, but still, I know it's gonna take a lot of time before she trusts me fully again, but I definitely trust her. And I know that all that shit I thought she was doing really wasn't happening. It was just because of my drug use that was making me think stuff, just making me crazy. The hardest thing to imagine about staying clean long term is that my wife will still continue to drink and drug and no longer want to work on our relationship, or that she thinks that I am better than her. That's not true at all, obviously. This was back in November 16th last year. She stopped drinking, she stopped doing drugs, she stopped smoking weed. She doesn't do anything. She's been sober and she's been supporting me the whole time, you know, holding it down, taking care of the kids, and just basically, she's just basically been there for me, and she's always been there for me, and I love her. You know, I can't take nothing away from her. She's a good mother, she's a good wife. So that's not true anymore, because obviously she hasn't been doing that. This is prior to her being sober with me. She's only 20 days behind me, so for me to be able to stay clean long term, I would probably have to learn to be able to be more patient, which I am a lot more now that I'm sober. I'm more patient than I ever have been in my whole life, and learn to stop talking and writing before I think about what I'm going to say or write. 100% agree with that. Someone would give me blank to agree to never ever get high or drunk again. I put nothing, I don't need anything in return to stay sober. It's for myself. 100% agree. In my life so far, if you added up all the money I ever spent on drugs, alcohol, and related stuff, I probably spent about, I said $150,000. If I had money now, I could start a business, pay off my credit card debt, own my car or multiple cars. I find it hard or just boring to do these things without getting high first, and I put like watch TV, do household activities, mowing the lawn, laundry, dishes, or do nothing at all. Still, I prefer to do the following things when I am not high or drunk. I put eat, sleep, and go to work. I would not at this point be willing to change. I put one in a fight, you know, I guess like some types of mixed martial arts, maybe boxing, wrestling, tournaments, something like that I've always wanted to, but you know, I did drugs from when I was 14 to last year, 34, and that shit's always held me back. I'm willing to make these changes to try to stay clean and stay out of trouble, at least for now. Go to AA and NA meetings, and I did do that every day for the first 60 days, and I still go multiple times a week. So admit all the wrongs that I have done and make amends for them. Stop hanging out with certain people who trigger or enable me. I have to admit again, I have seen some benefits of not getting high, which are my overall mental and physical health, my relationships with my wife, kids, friends, and family members, not having to worry about getting angry over things other people do to me that are not really a big deal. And one positive thing I want to eventually do with my life is help other people become sober and stay sober for any period of time. And that's literally the whole point of me doing these videos. If even one of my videos can make somebody stay sober for one night, then they're worth posting them. I don't care how many people see them or how many people like them, but that's the point, and that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you for listening. If you want to add anything in the comments, go right ahead. I'll try to get back at everybody if I can. And yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you have a great night. Please don't drink and drive, you know, don't do drugs, and you could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. And I just want anybody who feels like they can't just to try your best, you know. That's it. That's all I can say. Have a good night.